Thank you. Thanks, Paul. You know, here in America, we enjoy many blessings of freedom. We can think of what we want to think, we can say what we want, and perhaps the most precious liberty of all, we can drop stuff off a 5-story tower. So, rather than let our forefathers' sacrifices be in vain, we have decided to do just that.
It all started about 1 year ago and not too very far from where we are right now. That's when we started running over things with a 30,000-pound steamroller. From there, we went on to overinflating things with an air compressor. Tonight, perhaps our most exciting, most dramatic, and most scientific experiment. We throw stuff off a 5-story tower. You know it's going to be fun.
I'd like to see some stuff thrown off a tall building.
A bowling ball.
It's dangerous, it's exciting, it's sick. A bowling ball.
A dollhouse.
The generic dollhouse.
And how about a 6-pack of beer?
For those of you who are thinking that we're just wasting a lot of time and money here, let's do a little something educational for you, recreating the experiment that Galileo performed so many, many years ago. This time we'll be using a 6-pack of regular beer and a 6-pack of light beer, and we'll see which of the two falls more quickly.
I'd like to see a grandfather clock.
Some sort of old joke about wanting to see time fly? Sure, why not? Go ahead.
Some balloons filled with guacamole.
Here we have the balloons filled with guacamole. And this is the most frequently requested item that we dropped today.
Wile E. Coyote, one from the cartoon.
Sure, we love to recreate classic cartoon moments. And today, a little something from the Roadrunner.
How about a wedding cake?
Well, it's certainly an unusual request, but sure, yeah, if that's what you'd like to see, no problem. Well, there you have it. I certainly hope that you, the home viewers, have enjoyed this as much as we have the actual participants. You know, it's been a full day for us throwing things off the top of the tower, and I'm tired, but, you know, it's a good kind of tired. Thank you. Good night. Drive safely.
Okay. Stephanie Zimbalist will be here right after this, folks. Thank you, folks. Recently, our own late-night labs were fortunate enough to receive a large government grant, several very generous gifts from the Ford Foundation, and a decade's worth of funding from the United Nations. We decided to use this money to throw stuff off a 5-story tower. Thank you. Here now are some more highlights of our continuing quest for a better tomorrow. It all began by crushing things with a 30,000-pound steamroller. Next, we overinflated things with an air compressor. And now, once again, from this scenic vantage point, we continue with our important work.
Tonight, perhaps our most exciting, most dramatic, and most scientific experiment. We throw stuff off a 5-story tower. You know it's going to be fun.
I'd like to see a typewriter.
A manual typewriter.
How about Cookie Puss?
The world's most lovable ice cream character, Cookie Puss.
Something from Star Wars.
How about a slinky?
You're talking about the Slinky, America's favorite coiled steel spring toy. Ready? Oh, my goodness.
Shock-proof watch.
And for the timepiece, we have selected the Timex 17-jeweled shock-protected men's wristwatch. It's working perfectly now.
How about a couple of cantaloupes?
I'd like to see a watermelon.
Oh, yeah, the assorted melon plate. First, we started with cantaloupe. And what assorted melon plate would be complete without watermelon?
How about a really loud radio?
Okay, you don't have to worry about being annoyed by these on the bus too much longer. Let me turn this up. You know, it's been a full day for us throwing things off the top of the tower, and I'm tired, but, you know, it's a good kind of tired. Thank you. Good night. Drive safely.
I'm sorry? Okay. Did we do it after the station break? Okay. I'll tell you what, we have plenty of show left. We have to pause now for station identification. We'll be back to meet Mr. David Mamet and Joel Hodgson right after this.
Flash bulbs would be good.
How about a few light bulbs?
How about a DC-10? Okay, I'd really like to see something growing out of a tall building.
Request, I'd like to see some things thrown off a tall building.
Oh, like a cassava melon? Maybe somebody could throw a cassava melon at somebody?
But we want you to say, I'd like to see some things thrown off a tall building.
Well, I'd like to see some things thrown off a tall building, but I wouldn't want to be down below when it happened.
Paul Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen. Nice job, Paul. Monday on this program, Martin Mull will be here, also a man who's written a couple of very entertaining books. This one is called The Choking Doberman. His name is Jan Harold Brunvand. He will be here, and and later tonight, Carol Leifer will be here, and Meyer Ricewerg. And Paul, when we go to Milwaukee, I'm going to buy you the thickest steak in town. That's right.
Boy, am I looking forward to that.
You bet you are. And bring the other gentleman in the band.
Oh, thank you, sir. Isn't that nice of you? Thank you
what a
very much.
wimpy sound that was. That's not your
Well,
normal
that's one of
one.
my characters.
Oh, well, let's hear it again.
That's the way. Well, thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
And what does the
One of
character
my
have?
many characters,
Does it
yeah.
have a name, that character?
Yeah.
What is the name of that?
Wimpy.
Well, this is getting nowhere fast. Excuse me. Here at Late Night, as you know by now, we are dedicated to expanding the frontiers of human knowledge. That's why last week we returned to the 5-story tower to drop more stuff off it. Here in service to the needs of mankind are the results of our experiments.
According to a recent Gallup poll, the three things that Americans seem to want most are clean air, financial security, and world peace. Well, obviously there's nothing we can do about those things for you, but tonight I believe we can bring you the next best thing. That's right. We're going to drop stuff off a 5-story tower.
How about something really fancy?
Well, I hope this is fancy enough for you. The finest crystal money can buy.
Today's my birthday. How about a birthday cake?
Okay, sure. Happy birthday and congratulations.
I would like to see you drop another chandelier.
Another chandelier? No, we only had one chandelier. How about a sack of marbles? All right.
Can you recreate a scene from The Fall Guy?
Oh, sure, we can recreate that for you. An action scene from the hit TV show The Fall Guy starring Lee Majors.
I'd like to see a bag of flour.
Remember when you were a kid, the expression, hit the cement like a bag of flour? Well, let's find out.
I want to see a Mexican piñata and fill it with baked beans.
Gee, I wish somebody was supervising these requests.
Someone's life savings.
All right, well, it seems a little, okay, what the heck? Someone's life savings.
Show me something I can tell my grandchildren about years from now.
You know, I think that's an important consideration for all of us. And believe me, ma'am, you've come to the right place.
We'll be right back with the Meyer Rice Word. Thank you, Paul. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up in the next half hour of this program, Arnold Schwarzenegger will be here from his new film, Conan the Destroyer, and also comedian Larry Miller will be joining us tomorrow on the program. Robert Klein will be here, actress Barbara Carrera, and Bubble Master, Eiffel Plasterer, will be here. Eiffel Plasterer, that's right. Yeah, apparently this man, I understand, is from Indiana. Is that correct? From Indiana, and he will enclose us in a bubble.
His name is?
Eiffel Plasterer.
And his title is?
Bubble Master.
Okay.
Eiffel Plasterer.
Right.
It could just be a stage name, you know. It's good to have a catchy name like that if you're going into show business.
So his complete billing then would be Bubble Master, Eiffel Plasterer.
That's right. That's right. It's in fact, let's give the folks a minute to circle this in their TV guides. Bubble Master, Eiffel Plasterer. Ask. What did I say? Ask for it by name, accept no substitutes. Well, what thinking person has not wondered what great men of science like Galileo, Copernicus, or Einstein would do if they were alive today and had a video camera and a 5-story tower? We believe they would drop stuff off it.
Here it is, the night you've been waiting for. The pride of the NBC television schedule. We're back again on top of the 5-story tower, dropping all new stuff, bigger and better than ever. Solid entertainment.
I want to see you drop a sandwich.
The most popular American sandwich. Peanut butter, jelly.
Are you Michael?
Yeah!
I want to see you make an omelet.
I must admit we were expecting this one, and we're way ahead of you. Here you go. Farm fresh eggs, peppers, red and green, and red ripe tomatoes. Boy, there's good eating.
May I please see a coconut?
What a lovely suggestion, and since you asked in such a nice, pleasant fashion, not only am I going to toss 1, 2, that's right, we're going to heave 3 off of here. After all, this is network television.
I'd like to see some pretty Christmas decorations.
A sack full of colorful Christmas tree ornaments? Fine, we have a sack full right here.
A stack of pancakes would be good.
I'll tell you what, let me go you one better. How about 2 huge stacks of golden brown hotcakes? Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Coming right up.
Please do my favorite, a watermelon.
How about some chewing gum?
Gum? Sure. May I have the gum, please? Thank you very much. Here you go. You can pick out your favorite flavors.
I want to see what a bug looks like when it hits the windshield of a truck.
A bug hitting the windshield of a truck? That's a good idea, but it's kind of small. How about a crow hitting the windshield of a Cessna? And here's how Steven Spielberg does it. A huge, deep dish full of lasagna.
We'll be right back with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Since the current administration's cutbacks on financial aid, there's been increased responsibility for the private sector to carry on the important work once being done by universities and research labs. That's why we went back yet another time to drop an all-new bunch of stuff off of a 5-story tower.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what we hope will be a few fine minutes of television. NBC, of course, is referring tonight as the pride of their television lineup. Tonight, once again, by popular demand, we'll be dropping things off a 5-story tower.
Something to help me celebrate my anniversary.
Well, congratulations. We'll be happy to help you celebrate that wonderful occasion, and what better way to do it than with some fine champagne. We have here some ShopRite champagne, so good luck to you.
Drop some surgical gloves filled with butterscotch pudding.
Surgical gloves filled with butterscotch pudding. Geez, I don't know. Give us a minute on that.
Could you drop one of those round things? You know, I can't remember what it's called. You know, it's one of those round things.
Oh, you mean one of these? Yeah, I can never think of the name either. Okay.
How about some surgical gloves filled with butterscotch pudding?
Again, we hear a request for surgical gloves filled with pudding, butterscotch pudding. Let's go on to something else.
Something I'd like to see is a lawn ornament.
Well, that's interesting you bring that up. Lawn ornaments happens to be one of my favorite categories of things And here's a beauty right here. All right, let's load it up there. Make sure the kids aren't down there.
Please, surgical gloves filled with butterscotch pudding. Please.
Oh, all right, sure, okay. Surgical gloves full of butterscotch pudding, but we won't be responsible for this.
Can I see something from a disco?
Well, we tried to get something from a disco. First, we were going to get watered-down drinks, and then we were going to get a bunch of annoying guys. But all we could come up with is the ball here.
Well, how about a nylon stocking, maybe with some food in it?
Well, once again, this is something that I never would have requested, and frankly, it's nothing I can sanction, and believe me, I'm just sick about it. A stocking full of lard.
Drop a nylon stocking full of chili.
How about some kind of heirloom?
Oh, heirlooms, that's another one of my favorite categories. Here we have the silver tea tray and the full complement of rare china tea pot and cups and sugar and creamer. Well, there you have it. I certainly hope you folks at home have enjoyed this as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to you. You know, we've had a lot of fun, seen a lot of fascinating, interesting things, and I think we've learned a couple of things about mankind. But if you're anything like I am, probably tired right about now. But you know, speaking on behalf of myself and the entire crew, it's a good kind of tired. Thank you. Good night. Drive safely.
Okay, we'll be right back with Lou Albano, folks. Thank you, folks. Tomorrow night on this program, Carl Reiner will be here, and also singer Patti LaBelle. Is she going to sing, Paul?
Yes.
Well, she's going to sing with you in the band. All right,
Boy,
terrific. That will be very exciting. We'll look forward to that. That's tomorrow night. Yeah, we've been on the air, what, 2.5 years, and we try a lot of things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. Sometimes they never even get on the air. Well, we thought we'd take a couple of minutes here tonight to show you a few things that we've accumulated over the past 3 or 4 months that we've tried, but for one reason or another have decided not to show you, the home viewers. Let's start out with a little something we had an idea about 2 months ago. Do you remember the idea for tap dance races, Paul?
How could we ever forget?
Yes, how could we forget? Certain members of our staff thought it might be entertaining or amusing or both if we got a couple of guys and had them tap dance and race down the 6th floor hallway at the same time. And, well, we're not sure if it's entertaining. You're going to take a look at it now, and you can judge for yourselves. Tap dance races, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's just about enough of the... Also on this program, we've done a couple of times, we go out to this 5- or 6-story tower and we drop things off of it. Now we've, we've dropped watermelons, we've dropped crystal chandeliers, we've dropped surgical gloves full of butterscotch pudding. On and on and on. Not everything we dropped off the tower was quite that spectacular. Now take a look at one that somehow just didn't work.
I want to see something from Beefsteak Charlie's.
Okay, baked potato with sour cream, chives, and Bako bits. Here we go.
Not that exciting. Well, Doc Severinsen will be here, and also a woman who is a food stylist, Janet Gaffney, will be joining us. What can I say? It's hot, it's exciting, it's what you want, and we've got it. It's an all-new, never-before-seen bunch of stuff that we have dropped off a 5-story tower.
As you know, earlier in the week, there were reports out of the Soviet Union from Star City and Murmansk that the Russians were experimenting with dropping things off a hastily modified gantry or ladder of sorts, about a 4-story ladder. Well, when we heard that, we figured only one thing was on their minds, and that was putting together some kind of wacky late-night talk show. So we returned instantly to New Rochelle to drop things off a 5-story American tower. We think you're going to enjoy it.
I'm having guests this weekend. How about something for them?
The perfect snack treat for your weekend guests, a runny wheel of brie. Here's a little something the boys at Late Night R&D have been fooling around with. We call it sky bowling. We're talking to the AMF people about it. We think it's going to be pretty big. I'll show you how it works. Oh, nice. You know, the nice thing about being in on the ground floor of a sport like sky bowling, you can change the rules anytime you want. So we're going to use 2 balls this time. But I tell you, the real obstacle is going to be figuring out a suitable method of returning the ball. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that should be it. Oh, pretty. Oh, darn. You know, for my money, bowling, even sky bowling, wouldn't be bowling without some beer. All right, what is that, the 10 pin? And going into the second frame, there are no open frames.
That brie was good. Any ideas for making dinner?
Oh, I smell fish sticks. But Mom, did you think about the tartar sauce? No problem. Quick to mix. Get yourself a gallon of relish and a gallon of mayo.
I'd like to see something for the children.
You know, according to a recent survey in the New York Times, everybody's favorite Julie Andrews movie is Otto, the Flying Nanny. So today we're going to recreate that magical scene where Otto drops in on a Swiss orphanage. Ready, Otto? Otto? Otto, would you like some cocoa?
Don't you think we've dropped enough things already?
You're right. It seems as though we have dropped an endless list of items here today. But you know something? There's always room for Jell-O. Remember when you were a kid in the summertime and maybe you didn't have enough money to afford fireworks? So Mom, feeling kind of sorry for you, would take a 5-pound bag of flour and mix it with gasoline, light it. It was colorful, it was fun, and most importantly, it was really safe.
Yes, it's lawsuits aplenty. We'll be right back with Emilio Estevez. Ladies and gentlemen, we have plenty of show left for you. Coming up in the next half hour, we have Brian Adams and also Sarah McClendon, Capitol Hill reporter. Monday on this program, comedian Dennis Miller will be here, and also Phil Collins. So that's Monday. You know, you can have your Niagara Falls, you can have your mighty Mississippi, you can have your Grand Canyon, but for natural splendor, give me a 5-story tower and a truckload of stuff to drop. Let's watch the wonder of gravity at work.
Oh, thanks, Dave. Boy, what a way with words you have. Hi, everybody. Well, the sun is bright, the air is warm, the grass is green, and that can mean only one thing. Soon, New Rochelle and this 5-story tower will be swarmed by tourists from all over the northeastern part of the United States, coming to drop an assortment of stuff off the top of this tower. It's a lot of fun. Let's get right to it.
How about dropping a bag full of BBs?
All right, fine. A bag of BBs. Here you go. By the way, you can pick these up at a lot of roadside stands this time of year. Here we go. A bag of BBs. You know, long before the telephone was invented, early man communicated simply by dropping potatoes on a distant drum. We'd like to recreate that for you now. And then when the price of potatoes began to skyrocket, they switched to tomatoes. And then one day, about a month before the phone was invented, they switched to mayonnaise. And then after the mayonnaise, they said, oh, hell, why not try the relish? All right, for once and for all, we hope to determine the difference between new Coke and old Coke. And I think the new Coke is sweeter.
Maybe something from ancient mythology.
Okay, here's a little something for you students of mythology. I'll be Zeus, and I'm going to throw these lightning bolts down onto a cluster of disbelieving villagers. Here we go. You know, whenever I travel across this country of ours visiting grade schools, the one question I hear most often is, Don, what's the difference between Super Balls and eggs? Gosh, I have no idea, but let's try and find out, shall we? You know, what's the perfect after-dinner cooler for those summertime parties? What about the Molotov melon? Let me just light this boy up for you. It's no secret that the biggest fraud in American entertainment today is the CBS late movie. Why? It's no movie. It's cheap, lousy reruns. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, the CBS late movie is being canceled. With Brian Adams. You know what you ought to do? Instead of buying one of those $1,200 stereo TV sets, use the money on a plane ticket to come to New York and listen to the band in person. That would be well worth the dough.
Let me tell you who's going to be on the program Monday night. Comedian John Biner will be joining us, and also, ladies and gentlemen, the feud of the decade from the Atlanta Braves, relief pitcher Terry Forster will be joining us. We've had the studio floor reinforced. He'll be here. And I understand he's going to cook for us, so we'll look forward to that. In this, he is. Chicken tacos, Terry will make for us. In this new age of stereophonic sound, television faces its greatest challenge. As always, it must give us more than something to listen to, more than something to look at. It must give us something to think about. And that's why tonight we are returning to the 5-story tower to drop a lot more stuff off of it.
All right, you are, Dave. And hi, everybody. You know, for some folks, it's polo, fox hunting, tennis, country club golf. But for me, for real relaxation, I prefer the sport of the common man. Dropping an assortment of cheap stuff off a 5-story tower. That's what we're going to do tonight. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a lot of real, good old-fashioned American fun.
I'd like to see something from the world of sports.
For you auto racing enthusiasts, something you've seen at every Indianapolis 500 since 1911. The runaway tire.
That tire was good. How about something else from the world of sports?
Now an experiment from the fast-growing field of sports medicine. Here we have a New York Jets football helmet. And let's say that this honeydew melon is the head of Mark Gastineau. Let's see what happens. All right?
Show me something musical.
Okay, this is how the bagpipes were actually meant to be played.
The beach. Something for the beach.
How's this for summertime fun? A beach ball filled with protective tanning cream.
What about something for dessert?
Now we have for you the latest from the world of terrorism and brunch. It's the flaming honeydew Molotov. Okay, folks, this is what we've all been waiting for. Wake the neighbors and phone the kids. It's time for the finale. Okay. So do you make a lot of money over there in Italy? You making a huge amount?
Well, you know, yes, I do. I pay my taxes. And it's a women victory because in other times all men make a lot of money.
That's
now
right.
we start with women to do the same.
Well, congratulations. Good for
Thank you.
Now, we have this videotape we put together for Maurizio, and he apparently weaseled out of the commitment because we were going to give him this tape, and we wanted him to start talking up our program in Italy and thinking maybe we could come and be on Italian television.
Of course.
Right.
If you want to come to Italy...
I do want to come to Italy.
Well, you will have a wonderful vacation, first
I'm sure
of all,
I will,
because it's a beautiful country. Have you ever been there?
I have been to Italy.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
so
I
you
have.
come back, you'll be my guest,
Mhm.
and you will bring a little piece of your program, and we show it, and we explain exactly to our public.
All right, well, let me give you the tape now. Let's show the tape, and then you take it home and show it to the folks in Italy.
Okay.
All right? You broadcast out of Rome?
It depends. No, come on, let's see.
What do you mean it depends?
If it is nice, yes.
Do you even have a TV show? Okay, here it is, Raffaella. Raffaella.
Raffaella.
That's great.
Thank you.
You
Thank you.
did it.
Here it is. Take a look at this videotape. Boy, my eyes fall
Una
out.
gran richiesta da parte del pubblico. Faremo di nuovo cadere roba da una torre di 5 piani.
Willy il coyote. Sì, quello dei cartoni animati.
Siamo felicissimi di ricreare un momento classico dei cartoni animati e oggi una qualcosina da Willy il coyote.
Qualcosa da raccontare ai miei nipoti tra molti anni.
Mi sembra una cosa alla quale dovremmo tutti pensare. E mi creda, signora, è venuta nel posto giusto.
See, we were gonna, but he didn't do it. So we'll give you that bit of videotape, and we want you, now we promised to do this because Maurizio said he'd do it, and he didn't do it. Now, will you promise?
He didn't do it.
Oh, of course he didn't do it.
Okay, give it to me. I'll do it.
Are you sure?
I'm a woman. When I say yes is yes.
Oh, all right.
Okay?
And then send us a tape of your show using our tape. You see what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not this year, because for this year, I don't have the show anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to pause now for another word from the fine folks who bring you... no, it's got to be this year. What do you mean not this year?
Well, I've finished my work at the moment that I will prepare.
There's editing.
Next
Edit it
show.
in. No, you can get it in. We're here. What is this month? It's March. You said you can't get it in between now and 87?
No, I will be on with my new show in September.
Right.
So from now on...
What
I
a
will
perfect
prepare...
way to kick off the new season.
Yes, you will be the opening of the new season. Are you glad? Or no?
Did you meet Paul? Did you meet our friend Paul?
No. Hi, Paul.
Schaefer.
You do it very well.
Thank you, Greg.
Stop it. Hey. What do we got? We have to do a commercial, Raffaella.
Si, signore.
We'll be right back, though. Welcome back to the show. Harry Carey is with us tonight from Chicago, and comedian Margaret Smith is here. And those birds are actually quite strong. I mean, you can feel them working. They're quite powerful birds. Monday on the program...
Oh, hi, Dave.
Oh, hi. My goodness, it's Connie Chung. Connie, what brings you here?
I just wanted to mention that my husband, Maury Povich, is hosting a new show called A Current Affair. We hope it's a big success so we can stay in New York together.
Wow, that sounds great. We'll be sure and watch.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Yeah.
Gotta go now.
Okay.
So long. Check your local listings for time and channel. And by the way, thanks for the jacket.
Yeah, you have a little something in your teeth, Connie. Okay. Monday, Lorraine Newman will be here. Any relationship to Thunderclap Newman?
I believe I don't know. Come on.
Singer Sissy Houston.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is a relationship there, yeah.
And also Colin Fisher, the man who invented to catch fish like crazy. He was here a couple of years ago, wasn't he? When we didn't catch one fish with this guy's product. But they're still in business, and we'll try it again Monday. You know, kids, it's basic, it's educational, it's fun. No, I'm not talking about heavy petting. I'm talking about dropping stuff off a 5-story tower. So here now, with an all-new batch for your viewing pleasure, and remember, it's all for charity, so watch closely. Hi, how you doing? Here we are, back in New Rochelle, New York, Westchester County, home of the 5-story tower for more of America's favorite summertime pastime, destruction by gravity. Well, there's no escaping it, there's no avoiding it, there's no ignoring it. Sooner or later, it's going to happen to every American family. Somebody is going to drop bowling balls on your waterbed. If it hasn't already happened to you, here's what you can expect. What's the latest rage for birthday celebrations this summer? Gorillograms, stripograms, singing telegrams? No. It's the napalm birthday cake. Yes, this delightful cake comes with several pounds of napalm, cleverly disguised inside your favorite flavor of birthday cake. One word of caution here. When you make a wish, don't waste time. How do organized crime members get in shape for dealing with mob informants? Simple, with 80-pound bags of peat moss. Watch this. Hey, look, Vinny, over there. You can see your car from up here. All right, that brings us to the trampoline portion of tonight's competition. The perfect romantic summertime brunch. It's so easy, it's so simple, I'm embarrassed I didn't think of it myself. Chilled melon, chilled champagne. Oh, that's pretty. You know, for years, experts have pretty much been in agreement that the turkey is a flightless bird. I don't think so. Okay, here you go. This is why you had the kids take a nap this afternoon. Yes, it's breathtaking, it's spectacular. It's the lawn ornament finale. Oh, gosh, wasn't that fun? Oh, Lordy, I don't know when I've laughed harder. But, you know, keep this in mind, folks. I think it's obvious that what we're doing tonight is really a plea for peace. Thank you. And may God bless. Okay, we'll be right back here with Harry Carey. Paul. Monday on this program, actress Julie Haggerty will be here, comedian Gilbert Gottfried, and also Wimpy Halstead will join us. Wimpy is a boxer. That's Wimpy Halstead. Wimpy will be here. Wimpy, and I think he's a brother of Gizmo Halstead. Wimpy and Gizmo, the Halstead boys. Gizmo, yeah.
It's not Gizmo.
No, it's Gizmo. Who among us can look at the beautiful spires of a cathedral or the soaring majesty of a skyscraper and not think to themselves, wow, what a great place to drop stuff? Well, zoning prohibits us from trying anything except in New Rochelle, so join us now as we pay another visit to our favorite 5-story tower. Hi. You know, there's a few things in life that need some explanation, and this is certainly one of those. We're on top of a 5-story tower, and we have a lot of semi-valuable junk up here, and we're going to throw it off the edge and watch it smash down on the concrete below. Okay, for once and for all, we're going to find out which of the overnight mail services is the fastest. Is it Emery? Is it Purelator? Is it Federal Express? Let's say that you have some oleomargarine that needs to be in the Columbus office bright and early tomorrow morning. All right? Let's see which one gets there first. Here we go. One giant stuffed toy mouse and 3 dozen mousetraps, loaded, ready to go. At least that's what the brochure says. Well, here it is. This is the uranium-235 molecule, perhaps the most volatile of all in the atomic family. What happens when this baby enters a negatively charged electronic field? Let's find out.
right, that brings us to the trampoline portion of tonight's competition. And local ordinances prevent us from using actual gymnasts, so instead we're going to use priceless works of art. Here we go. Lovely. A 7-2, a 7-4, a 7-6. You know, we feel that if Galileo's experiments with gravity had been conducted by PBA bowler Earl Anthony, they might have looked something like this. How about a nice big steaming crock of Dave's homemade 3-alarm napalm chili? Okay. You know, for me, one of the real disappointments of doing this show is the fact that we're never on December 31st. So I'm going to try and make that up to you tonight. Happy New Year. We'll be right back here with Ashford and Simpson. Come on back. Thank you, boys. Monday on this program, Joe Cocker will be here and Kirk Douglas. That'll be Monday. Coming up later on tonight's program, Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert will be here. Roger Ebert. And singer Katie Lang performing with Paul and our fine group of musicians tonight. You know, perhaps the most interesting phenomenon in all of nature is the way gravity pulls objects downwards, sometimes causing them to smash to bits. You know, it was with this childlike sense of wonder that we went to a 5-story tower in New Rochelle, New York recently to toss some stuff off the top. Here now are some of those results. You know, in this country, some people enjoy themselves by tossing horseshoes. In Greece, they toss the discus. In Scotland, they have the caber toss. Finland, interestingly enough, they have a keg of nail toss. So we're going to recreate that for you now. How do members of the royal family christen a new trampoline? Champagne. Hi, you want comedy? You want real comedy? All right, here we go. A parachute and a frozen turkey. Get ready to laugh till your jaws lock up. Here we go. And now a scene from that runaway box office smash, yes, the feel-good hit of the summer, Top Gun, starring Tom Cruise and Kelly Monteith. Somebody, I don't know. Is mighty proud of us. We'll be back here. We'll do a commercial, and then Siskel and Ebert will be out here.